Hey guys, how's it going? Comparing here. So the Berlin thing that I went to, almost a month ago, is now being aired. The first episode, calling it the Fight Night, ESGN Fight Night, aired yesterday, and by aired I mean it was on like Twitch. And now it's on YouTube. I'll give you guys a link if you guys haven't seen it, but I'm sure most of you guys that are into Hearthstone have. And I kind of want to give you guys some of my, some of my thoughts about what went on because now that you guys have seen it, it kind of brings into a little bit of perspective, when we were filming it. So while I was there, I was pretty much like the guys, like, whatever. A lot of the stuff that they did there was like very specifically for show, and I just couldn't get into it too much. So I was the very disinterested person part of the show, and the format is pretty cool. Like, it's the Blizzard format, but at the same time, they got a lot of the footage of the people talking about the strategy, which, hasn't really been seen before. And on the commentator side, they did invite people up. On the first episode, they had Artosis doing commentary with the regular host, Dan. And I got a chance to do that as well. I'm not too sure if it's the second episode or the one after or something like that I participate in as the caster. Apparently I didn't do a very good job, but, I've yet to see how it turns out, because when you're doing it, it's kind of like, whatever. So, there's a lot of work that goes into this. It's really cool to see the finished product because, like, even the intro scene where Dan goes like, "Hey guys, welcome to ESGN Fight Night. Today we're going to do Hearthstone," and all that. He did that shit like 9 times. It took like an hour. And, you see it, and you see it for like, a minute or two, and it's pretty cool. A lot of the stuff that the show got criticized for, kind of made me feel a little bit weird while I was there. There was like the wheel thing. The wheel thing was the worst, by the way. And there was the whole thing is kind of like a bit goofy with the schoolgirls escorting everyone through the set. And that was, some people. There's actually a Reddit post about the ESGN girls. Like, why are they there? I want to see Hearthstone. I don't want to see girls. If I want to see girls, I wouldn't be watching an internet show. That's pretty much the gist of some people's comments, and that was pretty hilarious. I kind of had the same notion, but hey, they want to do it how they want to do it, right? But let me tell you guys, the most ridiculous thing, which you guys probably don't really understand to the fullest extent, is the wheel. So the way that the matchups were set was by the team captain spinning this wheel, and this wheel, it was probably like engineered in Germany to spin, for the rest of time if you really if you gave it a good tug there. And I mean, when you look at the footage, like Artosis spins the wheel and it's spinning and it's spinning, and you're waiting there for like 10 seconds, and then it does like a fast forward shot, like it clips into when the wheel stops spinning, and then it keeps spinning a little bit and a little bit. And let me tell you, man, that wheel was literally spinning for like 5 minutes at a time sometimes. And near the end, when you had to take some of the names off, there was a lot of retakes on that wheel. And that wheel probably accumulated about 2 to 3 hours of the entire thing just spinning that damn thing. So that was really, really crap. And I'm sure the people watching can get some of that painful time. They can feel it a little bit. As far as the matches, I'll spoil it a little bit. I won't say exactly what happened and when it went down, but yes, in the first one, because it has already happened, I can talk about it. In the first fight night, Trump ended up losing. It was pretty unfortunate, but going into the event, Trump and I, we don't play constructed. We were playing decks given to us by the other guys there on our team. Monk and Strife Crow. They kind of know what's up. They know the deal, and Trump and I were largely there as pawns, so more people would watch, and it was kind of cool. But it comes to no surprise that when people scrutinize the footage, they can see some play errors, and on top of that, there's some like large scale type of stuff where you could mulligan different cards, playing a different way and all that. But in the end, you know, the tournament happened, and it was like you know, maybe a week notice at most, a week notice for us to do this thing. And Trump and I, we weren't playing constructed during this week. We pretty much got flown there. On the flight there, the big patch hit. You know, Shattered Sun nerf and a few other things. You guys know the whole deal. And, you know, we get there, we realize, you know, we don't know anything. We got to practice. There's the new rank system. And we pretty much spent the first 2 days just grinding out with, you know, some of our own decks and some of the decks that Monk, Strifecrow, and, you know, their group had. Their group is now called, like, Liquid Valley or something. So that's what went down. The end result is pretty cool. If you guys enjoyed the first episode, you guys definitely enjoy the rest. In my opinion, some of these, you know, landslide wins / losses, not quite as cool to see, but, you know, there's not that many of those. A lot of the matches are really, really intense, and they, you know, they came down, you know, right to the very end. And, you know, just being there while they were happening felt really good. So I'm sure, you know, with some post-production tweaks and making it all look shiny and shit, it'll look even better. So there's some good stuff ahead. Hope you guys enjoy it. And, you know, I may have to do this thing again. So maybe we'll look forward to that. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow.